Today we're going to be making a trombone out of toilet and sink repair kits with replacement parts. We're using electrical tape and funnel set. If at any time I give a measurement throughout the video, it's going to be in inches and only in inches.
First, we'll be building the mouthpiece. So the mouthpiece that we're going to be using is the trumpet mouthpiece. It's a 7C, so it's a typical mouthpiece. You can get it at any store. These are all conductor pieces. This one, and this one. This is a 1/2 inch diameter hole right around here, and this conducts into a 3/4 inch hole, and that part fits into this. So this is a 3/4 inch hole, and this conducts into a 1.5 inch hole, and then this will fit onto this, which is 1.25, and then this will fit onto this the 1.5 tube that we are going to be using. So it's fairly simple. So these parts were specifically designed to fit right inside to each other. So you put that one inside of there, and then this one inside of here, and then put the mouthpiece into the 1/2 inch, and then you're all set to go. So this piece right here is an 18-inch long pipe from a sink repair kit. And then this is a 1 1/4 inch diameter hole. So what we did is we used a hacksaw, and we can cut right in through here, and this pops off. And then we'll be using this piece right here for the rest of the mouthpiece. We'll be setting this one aside for a little bit later. Alright, so we're going to take this piece, which is cut at 3.5 inches long, and this is the 1 1/4 inch diameter tube, and we're going to place it inside of this mouthpiece right here, and that'll fit right in because of the sizing. And then we're going to put this piece into this part right here so that it's all sticking together. So you should end up with this L-shaped or a J-shaped contraption, which is the mouthpiece. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take electrical tape, and we're going to tape that up right here along this seam so that it seals. So the next step will be attaching this into this. So you want it to be like a perfect S. You don't want to have it like this because it'll mess up for later. So just screw that into this. These are both 1/4 inches going into each other, and I'm screwing the cork in, or the screw in. So now that you've got your S, you're going to be taking the piece that you cut off just a few moments ago. So this is going to be 14.5 inches long, and this is going to be a 1 1/4 diameter hole. And you're going to put this right in here. This is a fitted joint, so this is going to fit right in there. It's going to be nice and snug. And you're actually going to take this washer and stopper, or screw and stopper, and you're going to place it on here. So stopper on first, put that about an inch in, put the screw over it, and then you're just going to screw this on. It should be nice and snug, so it shouldn't be too loose. The next part in making the trombone is going to be the slide. So this is going to be the turn, like the actual bend, the 180 in the slide. So these are both 1 1/4 inch diameter tubes, and these are able to bend, so you'd stretch it out and bend them. I've already had them stretched out. So you'll bend them into a 90-degree angle, right there. And you'll flip this over and bend this into another 90-degree angle. Now what you want to do is have them so that this corked end will fit into this flat end. This is 1 1/4 inch. And what you're going to do is you're going to put this stopper and screw on. So the stopper right here is the clear, so it's a little bit harder to see. But you'll put that on there again. Like so. And then screw this on, just like you did just a few moments ago. And make sure that your tube is at a 180. So this is going to be the end of the tube, and that's the final. So the next part is going to be adding this tube on. Now this is 1 1/2 inch diameter, so what it's going to actually do is going to fit around this. So you're going to put this directly inside. And since none of these have a screw to screw on, what you're going to do is you're going to electrical tape that and make sure you have a really nice seal right on this line right here where they connect, right in there. So we have it sealed up with the electrical tape here. I usually just put one to two layers down just to get it nice and sealed. And yeah. Now the reason we cut off this cork right here is that it just so happens that this 1 1/4 inch diameter hole will fit right into this lifted edge. See this lifted edge right in here? And this will fit right up in there. Really snug, but just in case, we're going to electrical tape this one too. So now your slide is going to be all completed. So this is a 1 1/2 diameter hole right here, and this is a 1 1/4 diameter right here. And these should be just about the same length. So the next part of this is going to be just another 180 turn on this one. This is a 1 1/2 diameter tube, and it's a foot long. So you're going to just like screw this in. And usually you want to just go the other way. So that's nice and tight. And this is going to be the second anchor point and your bell is going to go right here. So your bell will be a funnel, and yeah. Now these two funnels are two examples of what you're going to use. So before the cut it would look like this, just a regular old funnel. And after we cut it, which is just a hacksaw cut, we cut it right down here, so it's going to come straight off. So what you want is this little disc here. So this disc right here is 4 1/2 inches of a diameter around here. And we're going to attach this part to the other anchor point.
And that hole right there is 1 1/4 inches.
So this right here is the anchor point we were talking about. So we're just going to put this on here, and since like they're not compatible, we're going to put electrical tape around here to secure it down, and then we'll keep moving from there. So here's the finished anchor. So we have it electrical tape down here, and you can see that the holes will align right into each other so that your bell will increase your noise and get you nice sound variation. So this is the next step. So you have your big lead pipe shape here. So we have this tape right in here to act as just a little bit of a to widen out the diameter so it fits a bit more snugly into your slide. So you're going to take your slide, and this is this tube right here. This one is 1 1/2 inches. You're going to insert this in here. So this is part of your slide. So this piece right here will be your anchor point, and this will slide in and out.
So you're going to have your first piece right here, and you're going to take the third piece that we created with the horn, and we're going to put it onto the slide. So it's going to fit right into that piece, like the little nook of that. That turn is going to fit into the nook where my finger's at, and they're going to slide right into each other, like so. And from the bottom, it's going to look like that. So they're going to be hugging each other, almost interlocked.
Now the best way to solidify this hug right here that these two pieces are doing is to tape just all around here. So just go straight like by my finger and just go straight all the way around. Now this is going to be your anchor point, and these two connected parts are going to be your anchor point, and then your slide will move down like this. So you can see the tape here, it's going to be really snug. So what you want to do is you want to tape it just like how I did. So you have like 1, 2, 3 layers of tape. It's just going to go all the way around, and you're going to make sure that these two pieces don't move, that they're interlocked, so that they're nice and hugged and nice and connected. So then you'll have your final trombone. So your final trombone will look like this. It's going to be a long up top, and you're going to have your slide right here. So you'll put it up to your mouth here, hold it right here, and you're going to use this hand, your right hand, to move the slide.
So the way we calculated the frequency is that we played our lowest note, which was a concert F, and we got that out to be 330 hertz, and then we multiplied 330 by 5/4, or 9/8, 5/4, 4/3, 3/2, 5/3, 15/8, and by 2 to figure out all the different frequencies, and then which slide position we had to calculate the different, or which slide position we had to put the slide in to create that frequency. With the trombone, we originally wanted to do a saxophone, but we realized that we couldn't do it with the holes and they wouldn't match up with the horn, so we had to keep changing our project, which pushed back our dates. We also ran into the fact that not all of our parts were compatible, and we also had to deal with some screws not fitting up right and having to cut some of our tubing, like we had to cut off corks to make some parts fit into each other. So we had to improvise with a hacksaw and a lot of electrical tape. So the electrical tape wasn't really helpful in terms of like fully sealing it, but it did act as a very good balance for it, and we also ran into the problem of getting our mouthpiece to stay inside the actual horn because we didn't originally have the gray conductor pieces, and it was hard to find all the pieces that would fit together and would fit into a mouthpiece into the tube that we needed it to find. But we eventually could find it at Menards, and we did a lot of shopping around to make sure that those pieces could all fit together and they all fit into one, so that we could actually use our mouthpiece in the actual playing of our instrument.